Hey, you guys. Welcome to Sessions with C. Of course, I'm C. Um, Today, I told y'all that I would do a video for you guys. Um, First, I want to thank all of you for watching, all of you for your love and support with me starting this new venture of mine, going live with, you guys. Upcoming, I'll probably do like one-on-one interviews with people, and you'll get to know them. Um, Other times, we would just sit and talk about different things. Um, I know Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and I know that it'll be all about love and everything else. But I want to talk today. I want to delve in love. I want to talk about love, and not like couple love or whatever. I want to talk about well, not first. First, I want to talk about family love. I grew up with mom and my older sister. It was just us three for a long time. Being a single mom, she may have, what you would call suitors every now and then. But I didn't really have, like, my dad was really active, as you would say, in my life. So our relationship we have one, but it's rocky. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. You reach out to people and you expect them to do the same, but they don't. So, but my mom, like, I would literally die for that woman. She has done so much for me in my life. She's helped me so much, and I thank her for it. She, like, I would. She loved me when no one else did. Hello. As of late, as a couple years, she's been going through health issues, and she always tells me, "Baby, you don't have to do this, and you don't have to do that. I appreciate you, and I thank you, because I do a lot for her, and I'm also trying to hold down basically a full-time job as well." But like I told her, sleepless nights, I would go to work tired if that meant, you know, I was able to make sure that she was taken care of. So for Valentine's Day, I'm honoring my mom because she's my true queen. She's my hero. Like, I will leave work in a minute, be like, something ain't right. Got to go, you know. But that's the one that I want to shower gifts on, love and thanks. And I'm very grateful for her. It's not an hour that goes by where I don't think, man, if it wasn't for my mom, and like I said, a lot of us don't have a relationship with one or the other parent. Some don't have relationships with both parents. I'm not saying everybody needs it, because some parents, were bad for their children, and some kids grow up, and as soon as they get out their parents' house, I'm grown and I know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to raise my kids like my mama raised me. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing was wrong with how I was raised. Nothing was wrong with how I was raised. I always had a roof over my head. I've always had food to eat. I've always, I never wanted for anything. I never really wanted. Y'all know how kids these days, they want phones and iPads and what it is, PlayStation 5s, and me, I wanted to go outside. I wanted to ride bikes. I wanted to, play tag, play freeze tag, play basketball, play soccer. I used to play tennis. I used to play badminton. Um, I love playing badminton. I need to pick that up playing again because I love badminton. Um, but your first love should be your parents. You know, regardless of anything, because if it wasn't for them, the only thing that I say is if it wasn't for them, um, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't know what, love. Like our father is supposed to be the first man to ever love us, for us to ever love. He's supposed to show us how a real man is supposed to treat us. And some of us don't have that. Some of us only see that in TV shows or movies where real men supposed to be, and that's okay. At least you're learning. But the fact that some people walk around like they're on a high horse, and like, I'm not raising my kids like I was raised. How I was raised, like I said, there is no handbook on being a parent. I've had I had some time as being someone's caregiver, being a parent figure to a lot of kids, over the past couple of years, and it's not easy. It's not easy. You have late nights with that child, and you're like, you didn't even eat that much. Why are you sick? Why does your stomach hurt? All of a sudden, why are you having nightmares? And, this environment is healthy. This environment is good. There's no handbook on how to be a parent. There's no right way of doing things. What I can truly say is that discipline in this generation has gone from, it's not even at 50%. Like, some people, I'm not gonna put my hands on my child, and that child is out here like literally wilding out, literally talking to them how, what, and like hows and whats, and just answering them all kind of crazy ways. And I'm just like, the discipline I got as a kid, I can look back on it now and say it helped me be the person I am today. I'm a hard worker today. I'm not saying everything that I do is right. I'm just saying that I know right from wrong. I know, how to divulge in the toughest life situations because of my mom. She didn't teach me if she didn't teach me anything else, she taught me how to stand on my own 2 feet. She taught me how to don't indulge in yourself. You gotta pay a bill, but don't work yourself in the ground. She taught me different life situations, and I thank God for her. Some people like, oh, how I was raised was just awful. And when they're 16, 17 years old, they moving out, don't want to come back. It's just like, why? What was so wrong about how you was raised? If my mom didn't discipline me as a kid, I think I would have a problem with it now. Because I'm like, you could have disciplined, but she did, And I think that as a child, when you're disciplined, you don't always have to be spanked. You can be punished. You can be, you can have things taken away from you. But some kids these days, I tell y'all, if they get disciplined, whether punished or have things taken away, or a couple slaps on the bottom, I can guarantee y'all they would act correct. They got kids here at my job. I work at a middle school. I'm not gonna tell y'all what middle school, but they use more adult language than I do. And they're like between 12 and 15, and they use more language than I do. They talk, their actions, the way they talk. Like, I kid y'all not, they talk to the principal, not the principal, they talk to their vice principals, because their vice principals are in charge of the students. The principal here, like, he's overall in charge of, I guess, whether to actually expel the kid or whatever. But I know that the three vice principals here, the three assistant principals here, they're assistant principals, but they're assistant principals that are here, you know, deal with the kids. And the way they talk to the kid, the way the kids talk to the teachers, the way the kids talk to them, and I'm just like, I wish they would. Like, this one guy, I kid y'all not, he came and his pants were baggy. Like, you saw his underwear and his butt. So I told him, I had passed by him, I said, boy, pull up your pants. And he put his hands on like he was about to pull him up, and then he just left it there. I said, come here. So he came to me, what? I said, let me tell you one thing. First of all, when you address me, it's yes ma'am or no ma'am. I said, first of all, let's make that clear. I said, I'm not your mama, I'm not your teachers, I'm not your APs, the principal, whatever. I said, yes ma'am or no ma'am. Yes ma'am. Because he was about to say, all right, and I looked at him. Like, I have a look, y'all, and I look at a kid a certain way, and they'll straighten up real quick. Especially the ones I talked to already, or the second, third time I talk. I'm like, okay, yes ma'am. You know, and I tell I don't care. I don't care how you talk to your mama. I don't care how you talk to your grandma. I don't care how you talk to teachers or whoever. I don't care who, I was like, look at it, but I don't care who you talk about. You know, who you talk to, the way you talk. But when you address me, when you talk to me, it's yes ma'am, no ma'am. Off top, really. You know, so the boy told his mama was standing there, and she told him, I man, shoot, like, he was just talking to her like crazy. He was talking to her crazy. And I'm just like, so I told him, I said, I forgot his name, y'all. I said, come here. He said, yes, ma'am. I said, so let me get this straight. That's your mama, right? Yes, ma'am. And she looked at her eyes wide and her mouth open. I said, so why are we talking to our mom like that? I always talk to her like that. She ain't never told me nothing. And her eyes got huge, y'all. Her eyes got so big. I was like, let's kind of put a little respect when you talk to your mom. I said, you don't know what your mom got to go through to raise you. Yes, ma'am. I said, I gave her my number. I hadn't gave it to her yet. I said, I gave her my number. If she tell me you getting out of line, talking to her some any kind of way, man, you gonna have a different conversation. Yes, ma'am. She called me probably 3 days later. And she said, he was doing fine. She said, and then I called him on the phone and asked him where he was, because she had just gotten off work. And she said, I called him and he didn't answer the first time. So I called him again a couple minutes later, and when he answered, And when he answered, he had an attitude. And he told me that he didn't have to listen to me and that I literally needed to drop dead. And I was like, oh, really? Yeah. I said, okay, all right. So I called him. He said, yes, ma'am. He answered the phone, yes, ma'am. I said, you know your mama called me, right? And he was quiet, like you can hear. If Jesus was returning, y'all could have heard him come down from heaven, honestly. I said, so that's how we're gonna treat our mama after I had a conversation with you. I was around my friends and I didn't want them. I don't care who you around. Is that how we talk to our mom? No, ma'am. I said, you call her back on that phone and you apologize to her. I said, and guess what? When you make it to your house, I said, trust me. You better change that attitude. I said, I'll see you Monday. He was like, yes, ma'am. So when I got to work Monday, I had open because our opener was out. I think sick or something. I don't know. But our opener was out, so I opened that morning. So I went to one of the APs and I told her, I said, when they released to go to first class, I said, I wanted to see him. And she was like, okay. You know, she was like, okay, I'll make it happen. And he saw me and he came up to me. And he was fidgety and nervous and that. And I told him, I said, you know what I'm gonna tell you, right? He's like, yes, ma'am. I said, what is wrong with you? I said, where are your friends at? I said, go call them all over here. All of them. So he went and called them all over there. One by one. I went down the line, y'all. One by one. I said, you know, it was 3 or 4 of them. I went down the line. I said, I want to ask y'all a question, one by one. Don't talk over each other. I want one by one answer. By this time, you know, the bell had one, so nobody's in it. I said, how do you address your mom? He said, I don't play with my mama like that. He said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I answered her. He said, I have all my manners. I said, so, even if your boys is around there, your mama will call you, how you answer? Hello? And she said something. He said, I'll say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. Or yes, ma'am, I'll be right there, or whatever. So I went, all right, fine. And then when I looked at him, I said, see, your friends know. I said, your friends know. Your friends know how to talk to their mom. I said, so why you feel the need to, in front of them, put on a show? I said, you know what? I said, peer pressure is something big. Sorry, yeah, but I was paying attention to that. But all this, let me just act a certain way in front of my friends. That's not how it goes. Cause my nieces and nephews know that. Well, my nephew, I'll be there and I'll be like, so yes, ma'am. And my sisters be looking like, especially my youngest niece, she's 9. And about a year or so ago, I had a heart-to-heart conversation with her. I had a conversation with her on a Friday, and I sat there and I talked to her. I said, let's get something straight. I told her, I said, let me talk to you. You know, Auntie loves you. She's like, she shook her head and I said, you know, I said, we're gonna have a conversation about your attitude when someone tells you something. You got like 39 paragraphs to say afterwards and all that. She said, yes. I said, so I want to say something. I spent probably 20 minutes with her. And I had asked her something. I had told her something. And for about 10 minutes, you know, I had her walk in the room, ask a question, and I would say no. The answer would be no. And she would always say, but like she would just have like a long excuse. Her thing is, but, and I told her, I said, we're gonna try until you get it right. And I told her, I said, when you address me, I said, this is only me. I'm telling you how I want to be addressed by you. Because sometimes you have to tell kids that, you know, because some adults don't like the pleasantries and stuff like that. Me, I do. You know, and I told her, I said, when you walk in, you ask the question, and I say no, the answer is no. You say yes, ma'am, and you walk away. Like saying, it's time to get up. Let's see, it's time to get up, you know, so go get ready for school. But, and I told her, I said, all those buts don't do me any justice, okay? I said, yes, ma'am, and go do what I said. So she got it. So every time she come in there and I'll say, you know, she'll ask me and the answer is no. Sometimes she starts to, but, and then she remembers, yes, ma'am, and she'll walk away. I said, let me tell you something. I said, your grandmother is not going to tell you. I said, but that's the same goes for her. She tell you to do something, it's yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And then the next day, I had, you know, spent the day, but I had to go to the mall and spent the day with her. But that's just I put that out there because that's how I want to be addressed. And the kids here, you know, like I tell them, when you talk to me, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You know, I don't care who you talk to the way you talk to, but it ain't gonna be me, okay? So, and that right there, one of the kids said, you know, Miss Carrie, that right there shows me that, if y'all don't know what that is, but, that shows that you really do care. You know, that you really do care about, you know, me. Like I tell the kids here, you know, when you become 6th, 7th graders, them watching your discipline starts now. They don't really watch it when you're in elementary school because you're still growing up, but this is middle school. This is the time that they start watching. What you do now will follow you. You know, and that's for all the kids who are in, you know, middle school or high school. You know, your actions will follow you starting in middle school. You know, getting into honors and getting into these different K2 programs, you know, your discipline is involved now, you know, and it follows you through college and through internships and career paths. So if you want to be a football player, a professional football, let's say a professional athlete, you have to watch your discipline. You know, discipline counts. You know, and for me, a whole lot of the discipline starts at home. You know, a lot of the teachers can't expect, like, the kids do it, a tiny bit, but you can't expect the child to act a certain way at school when their parents don't enforce it at home. You know, so it's like, here we show them all the love that we can while trying to keep them or put them on the right path. You know, and that's what love is. You know, my mom loved me so much that when I went to school, I knew how to act. I knew how to get there, do my work. I knew how to ask for help. I knew the right friends to make, you know, because of her guidance, you know. But some just is like, oh, my home life is so horrible. I can't wait to get out. And then they come back sooner or later. Oh, I come back, I got some girl pregnant, or I'm pregnant by some guy, you know, or, you know, I didn't like college, so I came home and I want to work, but still sitting on the couch. 6 months later, not even looking for a job, you know, and I feel like if the parents showed the love at a young age, you see, the thing is, talking about love and family. If some parents would start disciplining their kids, start disciplining their kid at an early age, a lot of things you showing your kid or your kid picking up between the ages of 1 and 3, it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be cute or funny. You know, they're picking that up, and it's not cute or funny. It's like saying, hey, you know, don't do that. That's not the right thing to do. You know, don't look at, oh, that's cute. Oh, go ahead, girl, learn how to twerk, or say this. You know, it's not cute, y'all. It's not. You know, so if the parents would get there in discipline, I mean, you ain't got to beat them till their legs and arms break or whatever, but just say, you know what? Let me give you a few taps, and let me tell you why I gave you a few taps. Because saying that is not nice, you know? Love your children that much that you care about them being in this type of world. Because this world it's like a dog-eat-dog world, y'all. You know? And I feel like, I mean, put y'all, you know, put y'all opinions in the comments. You know, I just think that, you know, as parents, you know, teach them while they're young so when they get older, they can know and understand and do right. You know, for instance, Amanda, the poet laureate, the youngest one to ever perform at the Super Bowl, at the inauguration, and the first poet to do Super Bowl. She's a young, black, beautiful queen. And I'm not putting race in it or you know, femininity in it. I'm just saying. And look at the rioters at that put the Capitol under siege. Now, y'all, I want want to talk about the lovers, the couples, the partnerships. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Some of y'all started celebrating yesterday. Some of y'all started earlier this week. I just wanted to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. And maybe for those who like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Here's a couple ideas. Let's do that. For a woman, spend the day, if y'all have kids, spend the day loving on your kids, doing different things with them, like baking cookies or, just showing love in some kind of way, with the kids, y'all family. Y'all can, like bake stuff or, do art projects or whatever. And then once y'all put the kids to bed, you can run your partner, your husband, your fiance, you can present him with, a home-cooked meal. Whether it don't have to be all surf and turfish, lobster and caviar and champagne. It can be his favorite meal. It can be, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and a roll, some broccoli or whatever, and some iced tea, some sweet tea. And afterwards you can serve up pie. You can take pie and do a couple things with, or you can eat it. You can take the, okay, maybe that's another video for the grown-ups only. I'm gonna have to mark that video. Or you can draw him a nice bubble bath and get in with, you can join him, give him massages and everything. I'm trying to keep this as PG-13 as possible, y'all. For the guys, cards, candy, flowers is good, but actually put some effort in it. Like, get her something, some nice jewelry, or try, and I put a huge emphasis on try to cook her favorite meal. If you can cook, ladies, if you can cook, please don't try. Don't burn down your house trying to cook. A couple restaurants are open and are delivering. So if that's your route, hey, have fun. If y'all are in south, west, east, eastern, kinda, Louisiana, a high school friend of mine has her own business, Cakes by Lee. She does all kind of pastries and cakes and things like that. Her husband, I can't believe I'm saying that. First of all, I can't believe they were together in high school. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Because y'all hear about things that don't work and things like, I'm very proud that, I'm very excited that they're still together. Her husband, Jarvis, her husband, he's a culinary chef and he cooks food. I'm just like, I need to drive back to Louisiana to get some food, and I get dessert, get the course from him, get the dessert from her. But while y'all still there, my own family, my cousin has her own catering business. Uh, Culinary Trap House. I think that's what it's called. She does her own food. I think she does desserts too. Food and desserts. Um, I heard she's good too. I haven't tried. I'm going to have to, when I make a trip there, I'm going to have to get get some food from all three of them. I think they're going to be my testers when I go down there. I want to try some food. You know, that's that good Louisiana food. Um, let's see. Like I said, my girl Ace Merriweather. I do have my jewelry with me, but it's not on. Y'all seen it in the previous video. She makes amazing jewelry that smells so good, y'all. But she makes jewelry. Like I was saying, due to health reasons, she has to quit her her day job to focus on her health. So her little side jobs that she used to do, such as teaching yoga. I think she's not teaching at the moment, but her other job when she's making custom jewelry. Um, she she's making amazing jewelry. I love it. I love all her jewelry. I'm just like, I want it. But I'm just like, okay, you don't even wear jewelry like this, so why are you trying to? But I did purchase jewelry from her, and I'm very happy with, you know, my purchase. The necklace is amazing. She has different collections. She also has waist beads. I think that's what she calls them, waist beads that go around the waist. She does piercings too. I'm not sure if she's still doing piercings at the moment due to her health issues, but she does piercings and she does customized jewelry. She teaches yoga classes, so y'all hit her up. Ace Merriweather. I think her business is called Temple of Ace, something like that. It's Temple of Ace, and you'll know it when you get there. Also, in the description, I'll have links to all of all of the businesses I am shouting out. Number one, they are small businesses. Number two, they are Black owned, and it's just a coincidence that all of them that I'm naming are, Black owned businesses. It's not like I tried to do it. It is what it is. But what else? But speedy recovery and best wishes to Ace and during her her sickness, and hope she gets well soon. Love you so much. That is like she's my sister, cause her mom. I work with her mom, and her mom always calls me her work daughter. So that's my sister. Stay strong, honey, and let God lead you through this journey called life. What else I want to get into today? We all know that Trump is going through his second impeachment. This time it did go to trial. The Democrats, I was told, I haven't watched a day of it or even followed it, but I was told that the Democrats put out one of the best cases they could. The Republicans, I was told, spent 4 hours um, going over what they need to go over. I think they're calling witnesses now for something. Um, um, so, that's what's going on with Trump. What else I want to go over? Oh, new music. Cardi B has her new single up. Y'all stream it or download it or buy it, whichever you prefer. I think Her has new music with Jasmine Sullivan. I think Her has new music with Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know the name of the song, but I'm just shouting out their new music. A little news. Okay, so let's see. In the rumor mill, there is a couple of things. So number one, let's talk about JJ Watt has asked for his release from the Houston, Texas. Number 99 is Texan no more. Well, football version, Texan no more. He asked for his release, and the McNairs gave him his release. He asked for his release. They didn't just say, hey, you're released. He asked for it. Okay, I wanted to make that clear because in the news they're saying the Texans released J.J. Watt. Okay. Rumor mill number 2 in the entertainment business. As far as I know, someone's gone around. I know on Facebook for sure that it's on Facebook. I don't know about Twitter and Instagram, but I know for sure on Facebook there's someone going around saying that Mama Catherine Jackson I call her Mama Catherine, but they said that she was rushed to the hospital. False. Okay. From what I know, she's at home resting comfortably. Nothing seems to be wrong with her. If so, one of her kids would have, kind of said something. One of the boys especially would have said something. What else is in the rumor mill? Rumor mill. What else is in the rumor mill? I think that's all that I know from the rumor mill. Yep, that's all from the rumor mill. If y'all hear something, let me know. I'll look into shut those rumors down quick. What do I want to say? Tomorrow, a brand new episode of The Equalizer. Sometime tomorrow or Monday, I will have a video of my review of The Equalizer. WWE's Elimination Chamber. No, not Elimination Chamber. NXT Takeover. WWE NXT takeover is tomorrow. I don't know how many of you watch WWE. I watch it. I haven't been watching it like totally lately. You know, I don't know some of the people on NXT, but I'll be in and out watching it, so I'll have some review on that as well. So that's what it is, y'all. So question. I want to do like question of the day before I make my closing remarks. Question of the day. Earlier I posted about family and discipline. A couple days ago I posted about kids and discipline. For me, like, a lot of people say it's not okay for people with no kids to try to tell people with kids what to do. I kind of disagree with that. I'm on the fence with that. I agree and disagree. I agree because you don't know how people are raising their kids, but this is what I disagree with it at. For me, I don't have any kids. I work in a school, so I see kids' behaviors all the time. The way kids act all the time. Some of the kids I see out of school, because I work some of the middle school football, well, not middle school, high school football games. So I see how, some of the kids act around friends and how some of the kids talk to, adults and things. So with that being said, I think that it may be helpful if you can go to a parent, and tell a parent, and tell a parent, hey, I saw this behavior from your child, and I don't think this is the right way for them to be acting. I'm just coming to you just to tell you. So, that is that. But put your thoughts in the comments. Also, I want to wish a very special happy birthday to my best friend, my sister, Brittany. Enjoy your day, my love. See y'all next time.